This is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. Congress will soon begin debating the next coronavirus relief package.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin will brief Senate Republicans on the plan tomorrow. Negotiations are still underway, but the current GOP proposal is expected to cost around $1 trillion. Republicans want tax credits that incentivize businesses to bring people back to work, as well as continued unemployment benefits, but with conditions. Negotiators say the school funding is a priority here, but the Washington Post reports it could be tied to schools reopening in the fall.
Schools are preparing for the fall without the necessary guidance and resources to open safely. The country is crying out for relief.
Kids in school, jobs, and health care would be the theme of the proposal that we hope to come together and present to our Republicans.
Sunday, the president said he does not support mandates for people to wear masks. President Trump says he believes in freedom, but also says it should be up to governors whether they have mask mandates. The additional $600 unemployment benefit is ending this week, as about 100,000 people in Wisconsin are still waiting for payments.
Our Gabriella Becerra joins us live to explain what questions those waiting want to see answered. Gabriella?
Eric and Susan, as that federal funding comes to a stop and lawmakers consider extending it, people waiting for unemployment insurance to come through say they just simply want to stop feeling ignored.
But what about us that haven't gotten anything and are losing everything in the process?
Ashley Green says it's now been 17 weeks spent waiting for unemployment claims to be approved.
Everybody deals with stress differently, and I've chosen to deal with it by ignoring it. If I wake up one day and my car is gone, it's gone.
While it's difficult to talk about her own situation, Green has stepped up to help others going through the same thing.
I really felt like there was a need for a call to action and a platform, a community within Facebook where politicians can poke their head in and see what's going on for themselves. You know, it's not just a few people that slip through the cracks. This is a true problem.
As of this week, Wisconsin Department of Workforce Development Secretary Caleb Frostman says about 100,000 people are waiting for unemployment payments due to a hold on their accounts.
Week over week, we keep grinding away and are happy to see continued progress, but obviously we won't rest until every claimant who's eligible gets paid every dollar they're owed.
Frostman says DWD will watch the economic ramifications as that $600 federal supplement disappears at the end of this week.
The maximum you can get under unemployment insurance or under the federal PUA is $370 a week. So that $600 going away for weeks claimed after this week ending July 25th. That's going to be a huge economic hit to Wisconsin.
And he says he would support an extension of the program.
Unemployment insurance is meant to provide that lifeline between jobs, and it's not necessarily ever a lucrative endeavor. But when people are out of work, not only do we want them to stay economically afloat, but our state's economy has to stay afloat.
But for Green, she just wants all claims cleared.
Really hard for me personally, especially since I haven't gotten anything as well, to fathom that the country's in an uproar about this $600 FPUC extension, and there are people that still haven't gotten anything.
The $600 federal unemployment supplement and the moratorium on evictions, both established in the CARES Act, are set to expire on Saturday, July 25th.
All right, Gabby, thank you. Teachers' unions for Wisconsin's 5 largest school districts are asking Governor Evers and the state's top health and education officials to keep schools closed at the start of the school year due to the pandemic. The letter sent today by union leaders in Milwaukee, Madison, Green Bay, Kenosha, and Racine, sent to the governor along with the Department of Public Instruction Secretary Carolyn Stanford Taylor and Department of Health Services Secretary Andrea Palm. The Milwaukee and Madison districts have already announced that they plan to start the school year with online instruction only and will reassess later.
The Sun Prairie School District says it is planning to start the school year with all virtual learning. The plan includes synchronous online learning Monday through Friday, and Wednesdays will include independent online activities for students. Superintendent Brad Sarin said the decision was informed by public health officials. District officials will present the plan to the school board next Monday.
Well, that's one of many school districts across the state trying to finalize plans for fall.
Many of the districts in the Madison area have meetings tonight to do just that. Our Amanda Quintana is here with the details. Amanda?
Tonight, Madison, Verona, and Middleton Cross Plains school boards will meet to try to get a better idea of what the fall will look like. Middleton's meeting begins at 7, where they'll approve a plan for the fall. The superintendent and planning team recommended virtual instruction with the option to reevaluate after 30 days and possibly switch to a blend of in-person and virtual. The virtual instruction model still needs to be fully developed. They're also talking about whether to approve the SRO contract tonight now that the city council doesn't want to. In Verona, also at 7 o'clock, they'll be talking about the fall reopening plan as well and discussing what should happen with fall sports. Madison already made the decision to start the year off all virtual. Their meeting just began at 5 o'clock. We'll be paying close attention to what happens there at that meeting and bring you an update on News 3 Now at 6.
Amanda, thank you. Many stores across the nation now requiring people to wear masks as of today. Some of the big chains include Kohl's, Walmart, Sam's Club, Walgreens. Woodman's grocery stores also starting their mask requirement today. Pick and Save will add that requirement on Wednesday. And Aldi just announced it will require customers to wear masks starting next Monday.
According to combined data from DHS and county dashboards, officials confirmed 850 new COVID-19 cases today, bringing the state's total to 43,180. This is the 7th straight day that there have been over 800 new cases of the virus in Wisconsin. There are also 849 deaths in the state. The positive percentage of new COVID-19 tests in Wisconsin has stayed above 10% today. Out of the almost 7,000 people tested, 10.1% of tests came back positive, which is smaller than Sunday's 10.3%. Health officials say 33,000 people have recovered and 9,000 cases remain active. 41 states and Washington, D.C. are still seeing a rise in daily cases. The reported death toll from the virus has now surpassed 140,000 people nationwide. Florida saw more than 12,000 new cases yesterday. Texas health officials say more than 10,000 people are currently hospitalized with the virus, and Kentucky announced 979 new cases, its biggest one-day jump. There is some possible progress in the race for a coronavirus vaccine. The preliminary results of 2 vaccines, one developed by the University of Oxford, the other by CanSino Biologics, are encouraging. The Oxford trial included more than 1,000 people, and the results suggest the vaccine is safe and induces an immune response. The CanSino trial also found its candidate produced antibodies a month after vaccination. Both researchers caution that more studies are needed. The World Health Organization says there are currently 23 vaccines in clinical trials globally.
A partly cloudy, mild start to the work week. Let's get your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Eric, we had a little more cloud cover this afternoon, but no rain across southern Wisconsin right now. As we look at visible cloud tracks, some of those clouds are actually the blow-off tops from some thunderstorms that passed to our south, but you can see skies are already starting to clear west of La Crosse. We'll see partly cloudy skies tonight and maybe a little sunshine to start the day tomorrow before the next batch of clouds moves in from the west. As we check out Doppler track right now, you can see a few sprinkles down toward the Illinois state line, mainly across northern Illinois. Thunderstorms are farther out to the west, but tomorrow there's a marginal risk for some isolated strong to severe thunderstorms, hail and gusty winds being the main threats there. Temperatures right now are in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees, 77 in Madison, but the dew point temperatures are still in the lower 60s. Not as humid as it was a few days ago, but still a little bit humid. And look for temperatures to drop into the lower 60s. The skies turn partly cloudy overnight. Tomorrow will turn cloudy and humid with showers and thunderstorms developing in the afternoon and evening. High temperature at 77. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes some alert days for more heat by the weekend.
All right, Gary, thank you. Governor Evers announced that one of his staffers died in a tubing accident over the weekend. Greene County Sheriff's officials confirmed 25-year-old Ben Belzer died Saturday afternoon of accidental drowning following a tubing accident on the Sugar River. Officials say he went underwater and did not resurface. His body was found about an hour and a half later. The governor released a statement today following Ben's death saying, quote, "I am grateful and humbled that I had the great fortune of spending as much time with Ben as I did. I talk frequently of our Wisconsin values of kindness, respect, empathy, and compassion. Ben was truly the embodiment of those qualities." Belzer joined the governor's staff as Evers' personal assistant in February of 2019. Governor Evers also offered thoughts and prayers to Ben's family.
Wisconsin Department of Justice is investigating an officer-involved shooting happened in Whitewater. The Walworth County Sheriff's Office says a 32-year-old man made statements about killing his estranged wife and then killing himself. Deputies say around 4 this morning, the ex-wife reported a male had broken into her apartment on Fraternity Lane in Whitewater. About an hour and a half later, law enforcement saw the suspect near her apartment. They approached him. He ran away. They say he pointed a handgun at officers, and that's when he was shot. Deputies found a loaded handgun on the suspect. He was taken to the hospital, is expected to survive. The names of the officers involved have not yet been released. They have been placed on administrative leave. A Madison woman who reportedly stabbed her boyfriend Saturday night is facing an attempted homicide charge. 31-year-old Tasha Hand is arrested on a suspicion of attempted first-degree intentional homicide. Officers say a 39-year-old Madison man collapsed on a sidewalk after telling witnesses his girlfriend had, quote, cut him. At the hospital, doctors determined the stab wound had missed the victim's heart. Police say he was last listed in stable condition. We are less than a month away now from the August primary, and there are important deadlines coming up you'll need to know about.
Our Amy Reed is live in downtown Madison with those and how the local clerk is getting ready for a safe election. Amy?
The Madison City Deputy Clerk told me today they are in a much better position for this election than they were back in April. Over the last few months, they've been able to secure a $1.3 million grant that they used to buy sanitation supplies and personal protective equipment, among other things. They're planning some in-person options, but they've also been able to send out many absentee ballots this summer, thanks to people requesting ballots for the whole year in April.
I know we are still getting at least about 1,000 requests a day. But 1,000 is a lot better than it was in April. I think in April it started at 1,000, and then it was multiple thousand. I think we maybe even got close to 10,000.
The Elections Commission said time and experience have also helped clerks around the state, but now it's time to make a plan for how you want to vote. The deadline to register online or by mail is this Wednesday. The commission also recommends requesting your absentee ballot and sending it back as soon as possible if you haven't done so. It should only take about a week to get it in by mail, but because of the delays that we saw in April, the commission recommends giving more time. And if that's not how you want to vote, we'll let you know what other protections the city is coming up with tonight at 6.
All right, Amy Reed, live downtown. Amy, thank you. And if you plan on voting in the partisan primary, remember to have identification that is valid for voting. Some forms of ID that are acceptable to show at the polls include Wisconsin driver's licenses, Wisconsin ID cards, military ID cards, a U.S. passport, or an identification card issued by a federally recognized Indian tribe in Wisconsin. Again, the partisan primary is on August 11th.
Still ahead tonight on News 3 Now at 5. The search is over for the suspect accused of shooting a judge's family in New Jersey. We'll have the latest on the developments. And ahead at 6, the father of an artist who was confronted for painting murals about police brutality speaks out. That's coming up at 6. On Wall Street, tech stocks soar as the NASDAQ jumps 264 points. The Dow was up just 9. The S&P gained 27. We'll be right back.
Easttown Honda has clearance savings on over 400 new Hondas. Get 0% financing for up to 60 months on your favorite new Hondas at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
Summer fun means one thing. It's time to visibly say goodbye to crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye bags, and say hello to smooth, beautiful, younger-looking skin in 10 minutes with Plexiderm.
Oh my God. I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm like 20 years younger.
Plexiderm smooths away wrinkles without foundation, without color makeup, and without expensive procedures. And it works in 10 minutes. Plus, the results last up to 10 hours. And best of all, you could try it for only $14.95 this summer.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. There's been creams, there's been lotions. Nothing works like this.
We were away on vacation. If you go down to the islands, they always want to take you in a booth and put some stuff on you. And my husband said, boy, that stuff really works. And I said, I washed that off hours ago. This is Plexiderm. This is what works.
When I tried Plexiderm the first time, my daughter said, oh, Dad, did you get a haircut? And I said, no, I tried this Plexiderm product out. Oh, you look so much younger. I said, oh, thank you.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing under-eye bags and wrinkles from view in minutes. The science is incredible, but the results are even better.
Yeah, this looks really good. All these lines are gone. Amazing. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I look amazing. It's like so full of myself.
I've had under-eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm. I put it on my face, and I'm not joking. It works.
So take action this summer and pack up your under-eye bags and wrinkles and put them on vacation with Plexiderm. Try our summertime special and get it for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Wild Easttown Honda has clearance savings on 400 new Hondas. Lease a new all-wheel drive CR-V for $269. That's $269 and absolutely zero due-it signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
Hi, folks. Tuesday morning, Hattie has her eye on the next chance for storms in her first warn forecast.
And Madison's Common Council is adjusting its plans to help downtown businesses recover from protest damage with an added focus on minority-owned businesses. We'll see you at 4:30.
They're the best-kept secrets of Madison's concerts on the square.
Hi, I'm Andrew Sewell, Music Director of the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra. Join us as we get closer to the musicians who make concerts on the square something special.
Wednesdays on Live at 4.
The manhunt for a gunman who opened fire at the home of a federal judge is over. CBS News has learned the suspect who showed up at the home of federal judge Esther Salas has been found dead in a car in upstate New York with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. On Sunday, police say the suspect approached the family's New Jersey home dressed in a delivery driver's outfit. The judge's husband, defense attorney Mark Anderl, answered the door and was shot. The gunman also shot and killed the couple's 20-year-old son, Daniel. Esther was not hurt, but her husband was rushed to the hospital. The motive for the shooting is unknown. It's unclear who the suspect was targeting.
President Trump is defending a crackdown on demonstrators in Portland, Oregon, calling the ongoing protests in that city out of control. Over the weekend, federal forces wearing military gear and carrying batons moved in on protesters who smashed fencing and set fire outside a federal courthouse. Activists in Portland have been keeping up demonstrations for nearly 2 months, and Portland's mayor says the federal response is making things worse.
People are being literally scooped off the street into unmarked vans, rental cars, apparently. They are being denied probable cause.
Portland was totally out of control. The Democrats, the liberal Democrats running the place, had no idea what they were doing. They were ripping down for 51 days, ripping down that city.
Oregon Attorney General Ellen Rosenblum is now suing several federal agencies. Top Democrats in the House are calling on federal inspectors general to investigate the tactics being used in Portland and other U.S. cities.
National Weather Service says 5 tornadoes toppled trees and tore up lake docks in Minnesota and in Wisconsin over the weekend. In Trempealeau County, the Weather Service says a tornado touched down a few miles southwest of Osseo early Sunday. The Weather Service confirmed a tornado struck about 50 miles north of the Twin Cities early Saturday, mangled some docks, damaged boats on West Rush Lake. On Saturday, another tornado traveled from Woodbury, Minnesota to Afton. One also hit northwest Isanti County, Minnesota. Another struck near Hastings, Minnesota, and ended near River Falls here in Wisconsin. Another storm damaged a ginseng farm in Marathon County. There were no reports of injuries.
Gary is here now with a check on the weather. Wow, that damage is really something, Gary.
Yeah, we were very fortunate because the storms reached us like between 3 and 5 o'clock in the morning. We had a few severe thunderstorm warnings north of Madison, but not much in the way of damage reports here. Those storms had a chance to weaken before they reached us. Now, right now, things are pretty quiet across the area. You can see just a few sprinkles of rain across parts of northern Illinois. There are some thunderstorms through the Dakotas. That's the next chance of storms that'll reach us tomorrow afternoon. And the Storm Prediction Center does have a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms for an isolated strong to severe storm. Hail and high winds, probably the main threats, but the coverage on these is going to be pretty small, and a lot of it will just depend on whether or not we can warm up a little bit more than forecast. High wind probability pretty low. Same thing with large hail. outside threat that there could be an isolated tornado, especially north and west of, say, Portage and Wisconsin Dells. But again, a lot of this will depend on whether or not we can get enough heating out there with the widespread cloud cover to warm things up to the point where we would see a more stronger storm in there. Rainfall amounts will be pretty spotty as well. There'll be some areas that pick up an inch or two of rain with the heavier tracks of storms, and then some areas may pick up very little. So it'll be pretty much your typical summertime case, where you have a lot of humidity. The thunderstorms will be around. Everybody will probably get them, but we'll see a mixture of stronger storms and just some lighter rain showers. Over the last 48 hours, notice our temperatures have come down, and so have the dew points, but they're still above 60 degrees, so we would still consider that humid. But over the next 48 hours, notice the dew points starting to creep up a little bit, and the temperatures generally staying in the 70s for tomorrow, and then probably near 80 or a little bit above as we head into Wednesday. But more heat is on the way after that. So three things you need to know in the forecast. We'll see some thunderstorm chances tomorrow afternoon and evening. Dry weather expected for Wednesday and Thursday with high temperatures in the lower 80s. Middle 80s return by Friday, and then we're back to the lower 90s this weekend. Because of that, we've put alert days in the forecast for both Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures, lower 90s, heat index values into the triple digits at times, and there could be a couple of thunderstorms late in the afternoon on Sunday. That's really about the only threat we have of breaking the heat, at least in a few spots. But right now, the jet stream has dropped southward just a little bit, and that's allowing temperatures to be a little closer to normal. Notice temperatures upper 70s and lower 80s depending on sunshine. The 90s have been pushed down to the south. The dew point temperatures back in the lower 60s here. They are drier up to the north, but notice the humidity is not that far to the south, where dew points are in the mid 60s to the lower 70s. So it's not going to take much to get those humidity levels to start coming back up, especially as we head into the latter part of the week and the weekend. So for tomorrow, look for a high of 77. It'll turn cloudy again and humid. We'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. As we look at future track, tomorrow morning, we'll see partly cloudy skies, temperatures starting out in the lower 60s. The clouds come in. We'll see some showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, and they'll probably end in the evening. Later on tomorrow night, we could see some areas of fog with temperatures dropping back into the middle 60s. And again, rainfall amounts, some areas will pick up an inch or two in heavier thunderstorms. Other areas, very little if they get caught underneath a lighter shower or thunderstorm. 7 to 10 day forecast. Notice those temperatures come right back up this weekend. 85 on Friday, lower 90s for the weekend, and then we'll see some thunderstorm chances Sunday night into Monday. Temperatures drop back into the middle 80s for next week. As we take a look at first warn traffic right now, very quiet day on the Beltline. There's the view of Park Street. You see traffic moving pretty steadily in both directions. Looking at speeds right now, traffic moving at the posted speed limit on the Beltline, as well as I-39, 90, 94 on the east side of Madison. Right now, travel times about 15 minutes in either direction on the Beltline between University Avenue and I-39, 90. Heading out of Madison, it's 25 minutes down to Janesville on I-39, 90 from the Beltline southward. 16 minutes to Sauk City on US 12 from Middleton, and from downtown to Sun Prairie, it's a 14-minute commute on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, the Packers have announced some changes to training camp. This as the NFL and its players are coming up with some safety protocols to keep everybody safe. Stay with us.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
At Papa Murphy's, we knead seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Save big money in your next project with 11% off everything. Now at Menards. Get hot water when you need it with Richmond water heaters. This 50-gallon electric unit is $471.69 after 11% off. Update the flooring in your home with sheet vinyl from IVC. Sheet vinyl flooring is durable, waterproof, and easy to install. IVC sheet vinyl is 11% off. Start saving with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
For over 25 years, Fry Construction has provided excellence in home repairs and improvements. No job is too small or too big, and your safety is always our concern. Respected in the industry and voted best of Madison, Fry Construction delivers lasting quality for your home with free virtual consultations from the comfort and safety of your own home, or we will come see you following strict safety protocols. Visit fryconstruction.com and get inspired for your next home improvement. Contact us today.
Blackhawk has helped me be able to pursue fire science. I've always wanted to give back to not only my own community, but to other people that might have helped me along the way. My instructors, they know how to joke around with us and have a good time, make our training not just our training where it's boom, 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 but it's also oh, we're having a good time while we're learning something that we love to do. I don't think the passion will ever go away for having to go on a call or going to help people.
Great glasses at iMart Express is something that you can always count on. Now for a limited time at our lowest prices ever. Get one pair of single vision glasses for $20 and one pair of progressives for $30. This won't last long, only at iMart Express.
Let's summer. Let's dine out by truly dining out. Let's send smoke signals to the neighbors, then serve up the freshest of food with a side of fresh air. Let's raise our tongues to tasty by introducing our grills to new thrills and make mouths water more than a backyard slip and slide. Let's live a little more by having another s'more. Because summer is here, and no one does summer like Festival Foods.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
NFL rookies around the league are set to start training camp tomorrow, but not the Packers. The organization announcing it will be indefinitely postponing the date for rookies to arrive at team facilities due to the pandemic. That's according to The Athletic. CBS Sports says the rest of the team is set to report to training camp July 25th. It is unclear if those plans will change.
NFL players are raising concerns about safety as they prepare to show up for training camp later this month. Their union says the league needs a plan for what to do if there's a coronavirus outbreak among the players. Earlier today, the NFL and its players reached an agreement on the testing aspect of their COVID-19 safety protocols. That's according to ESPN. The agreement is that players will be required to be tested for COVID-19 daily for the first 2 weeks of training camp. After 2 weeks, if the positive test rate is below 5%, they will scale back and test every other day. As of Friday, 72 players have tested positive for COVID-19.
And another Bucs player has tested positive. That's Pat Connaughton. He is not with the team down in Orlando. According to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, Connaughton, the second Bucs player to test positive. Last week it was Eric Bledsoe. Both players have not had any symptoms, but they have to wait to travel to Florida until they are medically cleared. A final check of your First Warn forecast in just a moment. Stay with us.
Easttown Honda has clearance savings on over 400 new Hondas. Get 0% financing for up to 60 months on your favorite new Hondas at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
I am crushing this to-do list.
Let me see. Smart home upgrade? Home gym?
Check.
What about the window, siding, and doors?
Cross something important off your list. Free installation on all windows, siding, and doors. And no interest for 1 year. The biggest sale of the year is here.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feltco.
It was a dark night in drive-thru land. The people had grown tired of greasy burgers and gut bombs. But then, 3 heroes emerged. Their savory sauces brought courage. Their juicy tomatoes brought might. Their roast chicken brought the taste of roast chicken. They were called Arby's New Market Fresh Wraps. And everyone ate happily ever after at the end. Arby's, we have the meats.
Your eyes are everything. They're how you see the world and connect with others. At Shopco Optical, your eyes are everything to us too, which is why we offer everything to help you see better and look better. A huge selection of designer frames, convenient locations, and experienced optometrists. We're Shopco Optical. You'll see. Right now, get 50% off frames with any lens purchase.
Though challenges surround us, life still goes on. There's still time to dream, still plans to be made. And if you're retiring soon, still deadlines to be met. We talk with people every day who need to replace their employer benefits when they retire. We can answer your questions too, so you can feel good about the decisions you make. For a retirement benefits checklist, visit us online or call Physicians Mutual Insurance Company today.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
This isn't about today.
This is about the next 10 years.
Pero hoy tú puedes hacer algo.
And you can make a difference today by completing the census.
The census impacts everything from hospitals, schools, and public transportation.
It is more important than ever before that everyone's voice is heard.
The census builds America, so the census count should look like America.
Shape the future of Brooklyn,
Kansas City,
Tucson,
Atlanta,
Oregon,
Los Angeles,
DC.
Start here at 2020census.gov.
Wild Easttown Honda has clearance savings on 400 new Hondas. Lease a new all-wheel drive CR-V for $269. That's $269 and absolutely zero due at signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, major new developments in 3 possible coronavirus vaccines. Why doctors are hopeful tonight. Plus, the deadly shooting at the home of a federal judge. Authorities say the suspect is dead. But what was his motive? We'll have the latest. And remembering a giant, we look back at the legacy of Congressman John Lewis through his powerful speech at the March on Washington. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And Gary's here now with a final check for the weather. A little cloudy out there tonight.
Yeah, the clouds will actually clear out pretty quickly. The only showers are down to our south, and even those will be moving away over the next couple of hours. But tomorrow, there is a threat for an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm in the afternoon and evening. Temperatures right now, because of the cloud cover, are in the mid to upper 70s. Dew point temperatures are pretty tolerable in the lower 60s, but the humidity will increase. Temperatures will by the end of the week. Thunderstorm chances tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and then we have alert days in the forecast for the weekend for high temperatures in the 90s and triple-digit heat index readings as well.
All right, we're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned for the CBS Evening News.